She said that.
Yeah, she told me yesterday. She's like, Mom, strawberry shortcake is a bad A because she climbed that mountain so quick. I was like, she is a bad A.
I love our daughter.
I was like, you're kind of a bad A too. She's like, yeah, I'm a bad A. I love it.
Oh, I love how we raise her and how
me
she's turned
too.
out.
All right, hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back.
Today's video is a little bit different than, I guess, some of the ones we've done thus far, but it's kind of something that's important to us, and we've been kind of wanting to talk about it for a while.
Just if it might help somebody.
Yeah, like I know a lot of people out there are going through the same kind of thing we did, so we just wanted to talk about it and start the conversation in case you need somebody in your corner, because we did. We are talking about, for us, it was transitioning out of the Mormon church, but we are going to talk about faith transition in general, in case that's not your exact situation. We're just going to go over the 5 kind of main, what do you call them?
Just 5 things we learned along our way.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like we knew these going in. It's just,
No.
this is just what happened.
Yeah, in retrospect. So we're excited that you're here. Thanks for watching and thanks for being on our channel. And if you're into family and lifestyle videos and love and laughing, then hit the little like button and the subscribe button. Yeah, adventures are coming.
Crazy stuff.
What am I saying?
Crazy stuff.
Freaking every day is an adventure with these kids anyways, but
some real crazy
there are some real big adventures coming, I swear.
Some stuff that...
Right around the corner.
Yeah.
So, should we jump in?
Let's jump in.
All right.
I'm just gonna bounce off you.
Okay. So I think the number one thing that you need to remember if you are thinking that you are headed towards a transition of faith, is that it is so deeply personal, and you never have to feel like you need to explain yourself to anyone else. I don't care if it's your mom, I don't care if it's your sister, I don't care if it's your best friend or your boyfriend or anybody. You don't have to explain yourself. No matter how they're acting, you don't have to answer for what you're feeling inside. That is all you. It is so personal. And nobody else will ever understand exactly what you are feeling and why. They won't understand your why. They won't understand where your mind is through it. You just need to remember that as you're going through it, that it is personal, and you can be selfish and take that time to yourself and stay in your own head. And that's okay.
It's your own decision.
Yeah.
That's all.
100%.
So like, yeah.
Okay.
You're figuring it out along the way. Like, so you don't have to explain yourself while you're figuring it out.
Yeah.
Like, figure it out and just ask people to be supportive, and if they're not, then say.
And that kind of comes to my next point, that no matter how it looks to you, because chances are if you grew up in a certain faith, you are surrounded by a lot of people of that faith. For us, for sure, we were surrounded by the Mormon culture.
Still are.
Yeah, that's true. Just engulfed in it. But
Gilbert is.
Yeah,
it's like Utah.
That is true.
Utah.
It's like Utah.
I like Utah.
But no matter how much it looks like that, no matter how much it looks like everyone around you is like you're the only one doing it, you are not. So many people, especially these days, are choosing a different path than their parents and their families, and you're not alone. Like, as cliche as it is to say, like, you are truly like not alone. So many people have done it, and you will be surprised, I think, as you go farther into your faith transition, that at how many people you find that are like-minded to you. That being said, you will also find a lot of people not like-minded to you, and you will discover that
who
some
your real
people,
friends are.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
It's not awesome in the moment, though. It is hard.
It was cool because I guess I don't know. I think it's cool
No, I understand both sides of it for sure.
because if somebody is only your friend because you think like them, like,
And that is
like
that's one of the
like
pros
I
of
wish
it.
then I wish I knew that so much earlier. There's a lot of people who are your friend just because you think like them.
Yeah, we were very surprised. We had people, who would call you, and this is totally going to run into my next, the next point. But we had people who would call us and be like, they were so sad for us, and they're just so sorry we're hurting, and literally like, come live with us so that we can bring you back. Literally asking me that, and it was just like mind-blowing to me. Yeah, like it was just mind-blowing to me because I was like, this is so personal to me, and you are just making this so much harder. Like you are making this
it's not
impossible
about
for me to figure out. Like I had to let go of those people. It was just too hard to be surrounded by those people while trying to figure out what I personally believed and thought about this whole side of life. So you are going to lose some people along the way, and you need to go into it knowing that. And then the next point,
they might come back.
They might come back. That is true.
Like don't, like if you're steadfast in whatever you're gonna like trying to figure out, like in a year from now they might decide to still be your friend once they get over their own issues with it, which is weird that it even is their own issues. Sorry, you can cut all that. Whatever.
What?
I don't know. I just ramble.
So the next thing to keep in mind would be that if you are sad about those lost relationships and the things in your life that you feel like you're losing, that doesn't necessarily mean you're doing something wrong.
Nope.
And this is a tough one, you guys. This is intense.
What we went through is we stopped going. Then what happened after we stopped going? You moved in with me, which was straight up taboo in that religion. But we were so freaking happy and it felt so right. We tried to keep going to church for a while, even though we were living together. And they had a hard time with that because that was not normal. Like we went to church and we were like, we see no problem with living together. But we'd still like to come like learn about teachings of like scripture and just try to learn that kind of stuff. And they had such a hard time with that. They said people don't usually come to church when they don't follow all of the rules.
We had a couple of people tell us like, well, I just don't know what to tell my children about you guys. And it just kind of felt like,
yeah, people are going to say stuff that hurts.
mm-hmm.
And like you had somebody close to you call you and say that.
Yeah.
And like they think they're doing what is right because they're taught this whole thing, this religion.
Yeah.
But it's not right. When you let your religion justify treating people poorly, that's wrong. Like that is wrong. If the people in your life are hurting you or saying things condescending or mean towards you or not being supportive of your life decisions strictly based on the fact that it is against what their religious beliefs are, that's wrong. That is wrong. Religion is for you. If it doesn't make sense to you, like, are you a bad person? Like, no, you're not a bad person. Like,
you believe something
something different. And that's okay. That's totally cool. So if you're doing it and you believe something different, it's cool. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody, it's cool. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
I just took over.
It's okay.
So, yeah.
This is something that is close to, I mean, we went through this. Hold on. Be right back.
I just got mad when I saw you hurt because people were not treating you well just because you decided to practice something differently than they were. That wasn't cool. Like, I so disagree with that. Like, if you want to freaking be Mormon or Buddhist or
Agnostic,
yeah,
atheist,
whatever the heck,
whatever.
like, sweet dude. But when you start being like, my kids can't play with your kids or whatever, like that's messed up.
Your choices are your choices, and you can be sad you can just be sad in the process and feel kind of a grief or mourning period without being wrong, without it being like you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. It could be any religion.
Yeah.
Anybody engulfed in that religion is going to be sad or whatever when somebody else leaves it. That's normal. It's just the way they handle it. And in the end, what it just comes down to is
When people get mad at you, or people like
are sad
for you and hurt
want
you,
to fix you,
like just be nice to them and say thanks
and let
thanks.
it go.
Yeah,
Like,
and
do not take that on yourself, because that is them having a one-track mind and you being open.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. Letting go in the process is okay. It might make you sad, and that's normal, but it's okay.
a lot of people down the road are going to, like, not everybody, but there's going to be some people down the road who admire you for what you do, for what you're doing.
So then the last thing we just wanted to mention is just that other people's comfort with your situation is not your responsibility. And this one was really big for me because I didn't even realize I was feeling it until I kind of got to the other side, and I was comfortable in my own beliefs, in my own faith system, and would be once I was comfortable in my own beliefs and faith system and lifestyle, I then, like within a couple years, realized that I was still apologizing for it, even though I was comfortable for it. And that was because I realized I felt bad. Like, I felt like I was hurting my family because I had chosen to believe something different. And that's not healthy either. I've just barely gotten comfortable with not doing that anymore. And I don't try to hold back anymore. And that's been really, really good for me. So I would say, like, the last thing to keep in mind as you're going through it is just to be yourself unapologetically. Like,
There's some dang cool people out there too.
yeah.
And you're gonna find out, like,
yeah.
or maybe you already have, but like, I've got this guy that I wasn't even that close to friends with him, and dude, he's LDS, and I was convinced that he was just being my friend to try to re-Mormonize me, what's the word? Fellowship, re-fellow, whatever they call it. But so one day I just finally was like I really appreciate your friendship, and you're a cool dude, but like, I'm not gonna be coming back to the church, like, and I understand if that
makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, and if you can't be friends, like, I'll miss it, but I understand it. Like, it's hard for some people.
You know what it did?
We got tighter.
It made them closer.
We're tighter.
Like a lot closer.
Like,
and I have told a couple people that, and they've pretty much stopped talking to me. And there have been people in my life, like my family, who have been like, oh, hey, look at how happy and comfortable she is, and have accepted me more so, because they realize now that I'm not, like, me apologizing was making it seem like I thought I was doing something wrong, and I didn't. I just felt, it's just hard not to feel like bad about it, but you don't have to. Like, there is no reason to. You're believing something different. That is not the end of the world.
mm-hmm.
And
whatever
that
it
is not you doing
it's,
something
yeah.
to them. That is you doing something for you that is healthy for you and makes you a happier you. And the people who truly care about you and love you for you are going to be so happy for you, seeing that change come over you. So that's what's helped us over the years.
Don't make a decision based off someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So what someone else believes. And that is like the bottom line.
Bottom
you
line.
make decisions based off of
It
what
is so personal what you decide to believe in this
based off
life.
of how you feel about things, whether you feel there's a God, whether you feel there's not a God, whether you feel one religion over the other, whether you like boys, girls, bold, whatever. Like, you make decisions based off of you. That's what we feel.
Yeah.
Based off of.
It's just there are so many different kinds of people in this world. There is no way that one path is going to work for all of us. Keep that in mind.
You say that all the time, and it's such good advice, man.
Yeah,
it's
keep
such
that in
good
mind.
advice.
Like there's
like you're saying, like, go for it, go for it. You know what you're saying.
No, I just said it. That's just the bottom. That's the bottom line for me. Like that's where I've come to. Like because a lot of my family, just like he said earlier, like a lot of my family is so different from me, and it's been hard for me because I am not like a naturally confident person. It's been really hard for me to accept that I am different but not wrong.
We were treated pretty poorly by a lot of people for a long time.
So it is super important for me to get that message like to my kids and to make sure as many people who need to hear it, because it is so freaking important. Like we are all so different. Literally, there is no doubt in our mind that there is not one way to do this life. So for us, it's just, if Mormonism works for you, awesome. Like you are living a beautiful life and I'm happy for you. If not being that works for you,
or
great.
whatever your religion you're leaving,
If
you're
you
trying to
are
transfer out of.
Catholic and it works for you, great. If you're Buddhist, great. I just literally do not care. Like as long as you are like living your best life, girl, go get it. Like, cool, man.
There's a lot of people like you.
Yeah.
You are not alone.
No.
Like, there's
Heck
probably,
no.
even though people conform to like different, there's probably more people like you than are not like you.
And that's why we wanted to talk about it, because the more I hear about other people going through similar situations, just the more comfortable I feel. And I love that about our day and age. I want to be one of those voices out there making you feel not alone.
This is your life. Live it.
Go live it.
Live it. Like,
go live it.
Don't live it based off of what other people tell you you're supposed to do. Like, be you.
And know we love you and we are there for you. And
we're not trying to offend anybody. We're just sharing our story.
Literally, if you need someone to talk to, seriously talk to me. Like, I seriously would love that. Yeah. I love these conversations. And I am all about them. So
hit her up on Insta or
thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to us.
Like, subscribe. Where is it? Is it this side or is it this side?
I don't know. Let's just do both. Like, wherever it is. Have a good day, guys. Thank you so much for letting us share.
You're so pretty. Let's jump in.
All right.
I'm just gonna bounce off you.
Okay. Bounce off me. I don't think you can say that. You're so cute.
I meant that strictly in the
No, I know.
In the word phrase. Well, I mean, all right.
All right. All right.
You dirty mind.
I didn't do anything. You said
Always thinking about.
You said it.
About that.
You look really good.
Well, thank you.